Hello everybody and welcome to the Satan Pit discussion and watch along. I haven't sent the link yet. I am running a little bit behind. I will in just a second. Cheryl, could you do us a favor and actually put the kettle on first? I forgot to put the kettle on. I'm an idiot. Is there water still in the kettle? Yeah, that'll do. Sorry because I miscalculated last night. I had a stream. I was appearing on Bear Nerd Fun's channel, and I thought it was 1 a.m. that my time I was streaming, but it turned out I got the times wrong, and the stream didn't start until 5 a.m. this morning, and we didn't finish until nearly 9. So yeah, so it was a long old night. I just want to quickly apologize to Dan. He said it's all right, I can come on anytime, but I was supposed to be doing something with Dan, and unfortunately I was late, but he said not to worry because I had sent him a message to tell him last night that I was actually in the middle of this stream. I didn't realize it was cut, but it was a great stream. Really enjoyed it. So I'm going to start sending the links, the emails to everybody now, and we'll get our guests on. I hope you are all doing well and you have enjoyed our weekend. We're literally just going to do the episode, quick tiny review, and then I'm heading off because I need a rest, because tomorrow then I'm actually on my own channel and I'm on a couple of other channels, so I need to take a bit of a break, if you know what I mean. My mind is a bit, I'm surprised my voice isn't hoarse. I was also on David Travels Through Times channel just before we went live here about an hour ago. If you just want to check that stream out as well, go ahead. I am sending you all the email now as we speak, guys. So yeah, we have the Geek Union. There we go. So I want to keep it brief. So I want to basically start the watch along as soon as all the guests come in. So as soon as we come in, we're just going to start. No, skip the recap. I'm just watching it on Netflix because it's easier. Who's... Hold on now. Am I forgetting Charlotte? Right. Just the Wolf in the Storm. I have to check your Twitter because you're new, the email doesn't come up. So I'm just going into Twitter because I know you sent me the email on Twitter. So I'm going in to check now. I'll bring you on now, guys. Just waiting on the rest of them to pop in because I literally want to start straight away. Just bear with us. I'm trying to get the Wolf in the Storm's email. There it is. I think there we go. Yeah. Right. It's okay, Ted. You don't need to cry. Yeah, I know. And yeah. Right, there we go. So I'm going to bring on all the guests now, and literally when I bring on the last guest, we're gonna start. Because I'm just tired. I'm mentally tired as well. Long night, long morning, I should say. So right, let's bring on our guests and hopefully they all start flying on. So he's from another planet. You know, he likes those boobies, as he does say. And he's here to stay as well. So it's the rabbi from another planet. Sorry, it's not the best intro today.
It's perfectly adequate, my good man. I understand your fatigue. I'm always down for a quicker stream. You know me.
Yeah, nice one.
I like to climb the wooden hill to Bedfordshire.
Nice one, man. It's just tonight. I'm just a bit, you know. It's actually
you are a long stream you're on. I woke up. I saw you're on it. I was like, what the hell? And you've been on it for hours.
Yeah, it was actually a great stream. Did you just notice?
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, I was actually very quiet as well. I actually just spoke when I was spoken to and stuff. It was like being in school and stuff. You know, yeah. It was a great stream. So if you haven't checked it out, we talk original series. We do actually go in and start talking other subjects as well. Actually, before we came on live, when we did that stream this morning, we were actually talking the Mandela effect, but we never actually brought it up.
Can we Mandela effect Kurtzman Trek? Can we
Mandela effect them all? Yeah. Right. Let's bring on our next guest. He's Scottish, but he's well. What would you say about Davros? He's evil, isn't he? But this Scottish Davros isn't evil. This is probably the nicest Davros you'll ever get on this channel, and it's Daniel.
Hello guys, how are you?
Nice to see you, Daniel.
Yeah, how are you guys?
No, I'm not
too good.
Oh, by the way, I've got some news. I'll wait until I get everybody on to get their reaction. Poor Rabbi's heart will be broken. But next, we have her. She's become a regular now on this channel. Proud to have her on. I just wish me and Rabbi would shut up to give the girls a chance to actually speak. But hopefully we will today. But you know, that's just us.
You know me, calm, cool, collected.
But when she does speak, everything that comes out of her mouth is absolutely spot on. I agree. And I don't know if Daniel is her sidekick or she's Daniel's or she's Daniel's sidekick. But either way, it's the duo on the stream together, Daniel and Charlotte. Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
Hopefully my mic likes me tonight. That'll be the bet.
Well, you sound a lot better, I have to say. So that's so far that's good. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any feedback so far, so we're doing well. Right, let's bring her on. She's a wolf, and when she comes on to these streams, she's the star.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hello, Lily.
And last but not least, he's part of a union. It's a union.
Hello everyone. How is everyone doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Spiffy.
Right, break Rabbi's heart now. So this morning, after I finished my stream, I seen actually in the middle of my stream, I seen this beautiful tweet by Nicola. That she put up. Nicola, yeah, you know your fantasy.
My lady love, yes.
Yeah. Well, sorry to disappoint you, mate, but I might have stolen her off you because she happened? Because she actually replied back to me.
Oh, wow! What happened? Tell me more.
Right, so she wrote up something. Where is it? Because I screenshot it.
You're jealous, Rabbi.
Right.
Oh no!
I'm getting on fight vicariously.
So I'm on a bit of a roll for Shatner and now Nicola.
I know.
So she put up a tweet and I just wrote, "Good morning, hope you are well," because she put up a picture of herself jumping out of the bed with her bikini on or something, right? She's. So I just wrote.
Wait a minute! Stop press. We need to investigate the story. No, pull us up, Michael.
So anyway, she wrote. I wrote, "Good morning, hope you are well."
This is for you now, mate. Blimey.
And then she wrote, "Thank you, you too."
Okay.
So there, your girlfriend texted me back.
But yeah, I tell you, let's see the picture.
Oh, you want to see the
Of course I want to see it. Oh, no, I don't want to hear your story. I don't want to see a picture. No. Yeah, no, I want to see the picture. Weirdly enough. Really?
Okay, wait, I'm getting a calm your horses.
I'm getting it too, baby. Let me tell you.
It was a gif of her getting up out of bed, and I know it was the TARDIS because I could see the rondels behind her. And I was thinking to myself, last time I checked, the console room did not have a bed unless something changed.
It's a photograph where she's basically sleeping in the TARDIS, and she's basically having a nightmare, but she jumps up and she has that.
Listen, this is my 13-year-old's dream. Like, she's in the TARDIS. Oh, she's in trouble. Okay, I can help you.
They had to sleep, didn't they, in there? They technically had to have bed.
Right, here she is. Where's this? Where's this? Good morning. What's up?
Yeah, well, the most important part of this story. Where is it?
Right. Well, it's down for her. She obviously tweeted it. Oh, there it is. So this is the tweet that she put up. So don't panic now, Rapper, or take a heart attack now, because I don't want to be responsible.
I'll be fine.
Your blood pressure.
Yes, I'm only flesh and blood, but I should be fine. Okay.
So that's what she put up, and that's what I responded to.
Oh, good morning to you, Nicola. I have to tell you, it's absolutely wonderful gift. I have to say,
so I hope she hasn't
ever.
So there, that's the tweet.
Okay, she must know. Okay, wait. Are you telling me she doesn't realize she just got her tits out? On Twitter, like, really?
Listen. Of course she knows. I think.
Okay, well, if she knows, then she knows. Okay, then I'm not being a pervert by noticing. Really? It's not my fault. I noticed when something does like reasonably extreme. Okay, if Christian came in and took a dump on the TARDIS, like just got on TARDIS and took a big old crap on it, right? I'm gonna notice that when people do strange things. When somebody I say remarkably nice tits at that. Like, I'm gonna notice.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. She knows our audience. She's not stupid. So there's 3 other people replied to my tweet. It'll be interesting to see if they were let's say probably getting some stick off someone here.
I was going to say, any of your stalkers there?
Oh no, it's not. It's people that we know.
That's good.
I tell you, those stories are so weird.
You know what? I'm being honest. It actually cheered me right up, I have to say. And the fact that nobody has been a little troll followed over and actually said anything. If there's people using language in the chat, please do what Lee said. We cannot have any bad language in the chat. It messes with the algorithm. So please keep the chat clean. Thank you.
I'll try and keep the chat clean on the stream as well. Can't guarantee it.
Yeah, we calmed Rabbi down now, right? So we're gonna do what
down.
We're gonna do what we came here to do. Anyway. So guys, the Satan pit. Before we start and Rabbi does the countdown, anybody got any thoughts before we start?
Lots of corridors.
Yeah.
Like corridors.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Charlotte. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I forgot how much they talk about like fear and human nature and sort of how humans tick. Because I've not watched a lot of the early stuff in years, so I forgot how much they properly explore that in like a very run around corridor type episode, like Rabbi pointed to.
I mean, it's the first time they did a base under siege since they came back, so it was nice to see that.
That's what I mean, though. It's a base under siege, but it's like it's not Russell, it's Mark. I can't think of his name. There's a lot of religious themes in this. There's a lot of religious themes if you look at it.
But the difference is that in the stuff that we have to deal with now, it's a bunch of running down corridors that is boring and meaningless and nobody really cares. Whereas this might have had, well, I would rather say crawling through ventilation ducts, but the point stands. He managed to do it with a tenseness that really made you fear for the lives of these people, because no matter where they went, they were always, there was always
Right.
an Ood right behind them.
I think the Ood were a great villain. They absolutely great. But it was good that they made the characters into real people as well that you cared about. Like that security chief. I really do care about him.
Yeah,
And
and
you
I
wonder,
always wanted to know what the devil or whoever, what they meant by did your wife ever forgive you? So he must have done something pretty bad to his wife, or that hurt his wife, because when he mentioned when you see when that scene comes up, right? Watch his face, watch the security officer's face. It's so telling. He obviously did something or was involved in that obviously hurt the wife, or resulted in one of their kids maybe being killed. I was thinking something along those lines. But it's this second part. Listen, the first part sets it up as I said, but the second part is epic. I love this. This is my favorite two-parter.
It's a good one.
That whole scene is really awesome, because as soon as a beast starts talking and he starts delving into their innermost fears and issues that they have about themselves and the secrets that they're keeping, all of them start to freak out all at one time, and they're yelling and talking and trying and screaming and trying to figure out if this thing is real. And even the doctor, it takes him like a minute to respond, because it's the first time that you see him like experience real fear for just a minute there before he's got to get everybody to shut up so that he can figure it all out,
Yeah. Well, listen, let's get straight into it anyway, Rabbi. Yeah. So do you want to do I have actually skipped the
whereabouts are you?
On Netflix, if you're watching it on Netflix. So I've skipped the intro. I've skipped the not the intro, the what do they call it? The back to what happened.
Let me just whiz it forward so I can get to the same spot.
That's what it is, Wolfenstein. Thanks. The recap. Yeah, I'll fast forward the recap on Netflix.
Yeah, well, just give me a second, because I'm not.
It's on Netflix in the UK. I don't know if it's available on Netflix in US. Someone is saying
it's not. Now it'll be on HBO.
No, it's not. Wait. Because I'm not. I'm on like my file of it, right? So I can't go forward like it only gives me a minute forward or back. So just give me a second, so I'll catch up.
So we're doing it from exactly where the episode starts off, or we do
right.
Just get rid of the recap. Yeah, I just because listen, it's not that I'm just mentally tired, and I can't, and I'm actually even struggling to keep not interested. My mind is laughing here because I'm just.
You're knackered, mate. Just be honest, you're knackered.
Long morning, Jesus. And here, I'm not even finished yet. I'm appearing on channels left, right, and centre this bloody week, as well as doing me own thing.
Good for you, though, mate. It's good. It's good.
Oh, it is. No, look, I'm not complaining. I just, people say YouTube. People say that this YouTube thing is easy, and it's just a bunch of people screaming and shouting.
No, it's not. It's a lot of bloody work.
The amount of energy, work that you have to pour into it. Prep, especially last night. Like, I watched a classic episode, the original series of Star Trek. Now, I hadn't watched that in 10 years, maybe. I sat there, I watched one episode, the episode that we were reviewing, but I ended up going back and watching actually The Cage, and then going back up to that episode again. I watched all the way through. And then, obviously, I had to remember everything that I watched so I could go on to this stream and actually sound half professional. Which I actually think I done well last night for a change, because when I go on streams, I get very excited. I was able to calm myself down last night, so I was fine. It helps when you have a conversation with them backstage before you go on, because you can kind of gauge everybody, and you kind of know what works with them and what doesn't work with them. So on that aspect, yeah, it was great, but it's very tiring, especially when it's a long ass stream. I think it was over 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it was well over 3 hours. I was going to tell you, it's long.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I'm right on the titles then.
Right.
Are we ready to rock and roll, baby? Maybe.
We are indeed. I'm just sharing that on Parlor and stuff, and yeah.
All right, fine. I'll give you a 5-second countdown then.
Yeah.
Everybody ready? Fingers on the triggers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
That title sequence is gorgeous. I love it.
Woo woo! I tell you, this is still one of my favorite openings.
Yeah.
This is up there with the Tom Baker.
Yeah.
Tunnel. It really is. It's good. I don't know, because it's just these episodes are so fun.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of it as well. They got a bit
Right.
complicated, I think, later on.
It just works.
Yeah. Good story. It's straight down.
And that music. I love the that Murray Gold music. Yeah, I tell you.
Murray Gold, a legend.
Yeah.
Murray Gold is a legend.
God, he's
Good,
missed.
strong, good director. He's done a bunch of stuff. He didn't he fall out with somebody else over time? I can't remember.
Yeah.
No, I think he just decided that when Moffat left that it was time. He's been on
Of course,
the show
you
for
never
a long
know.
time.
Okay, great Doctor Who monster right there.
Yeah.
Love it.
But the ironic thing is that they're not really monsters. They're always being used.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Again, I think that it got underrated in my opinion.
And there's that gun, which is a clever setup if you think about it.
Yeah.
I also have to say, I really like the production design from the time. Who was it? It was he left. He did the first Matt Smith TARDIS. What's this guy's name again? Great production designer.
Oh, I can't remember his name, Rabbi. You need to look it up, mate.
No, what's it? I kept reading interviews with him because I was really interested in him.
Yeah.
Edward Thomas. Oh,
Yeah.
So did he invent the orange suit then, do you think?
Yeah.
I think he did. I think that must have been him.
Yeah. Was. I seem to remember.
Well, they got some use out of that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
But I like the continuity throughout the era.
Yeah.
More
Again,
than the era. I mean, you really got to look at 2005 to 2017 as one era now, because everything else after that's been cut off.
yeah, though the cast that they managed to get for us to part are exceptional. I mean, exceptional casting.
Well, Doctor Who's a fun job to get, especially in this year when it wasn't like scary.
Yeah.
You know, this year it was like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I'm not going to jump.
You know, I like this kind of early Tennant Doctor. I forgot what he was like.
When
He was
he's
a little, I forgot he was a little bit funny.
yeah, I think he's better. I think he works better when he plays serious Doctor.
Yeah.
I don't like his jokey Doctor. Never have. That's what lets him down.
No, but this isn't jokey or serious. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is Tom Baker goggle-eyed crazy, right? This is bonkers.
Yeah, no, I would agree if it was a character this sort of persona would have benefited him a bit more. I agree. The more serious side of him's a lot better.
Right, and like, yeah, because he only used that serious side like occasionally.
Yeah.
It really would like made it pop.
I actually kind of like this. Go ahead, Charlotte. Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you not think though that you could argue, to be devil's advocate, that made it more impactful because that was like a sign of things are serious.
Exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, things are serious. No.
Actually, really like that whole. Well, I don't think it's a goggle-eyed look. I think it's more like him kind of. I like that look into his mind where he who has seen everything is wary of going down this pit because
right,
you can't know what's down there and you can't know if you're going to survive it. So for him to call into question the idea of going down there, this is some serious mess.
Yeah.
I love that they're using the same technology they used in the Matt Smith Angel one.
Yeah. I mean, it still holds up today, though, which is good.
It's got that nice, like, kind of alien feel, but different. It's like subtly different, but does have that realism.
Yeah.
And it's got that nice creepiness as well.
Yeah, good point. I mean, this episode actually scared the shite out of me as a kid. So,
Good.
yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I quite liked, is he called Toby, the guy who's possessed?
Yeah.
I liked how he was basically a ticking bomb. Like they just had a ticking bomb that they didn't know about.
Right.
I mean, that scene when he just reveals, actually, I'm still here, like the beast, I was like, I remember watching that as a kid and being like, oh God, what are they going to do?
This is where he starts talking to them.
Yeah. Oh, that's so.
What's this? I want to see a David Tennant versus Sutekh story.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so creepy.
See, he's so science-brained. He can't even conceive that this could even be. He's like, psh, whatever. But they're like freaking out. But he just can't conceive it because he's so science-brained.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the whole point, I think, of this two-parter. You've got a man of science against the devil. So it's like, how do those competing ideologies meet?
Yeah.
Which is ironic, considering that in his planet's history, before they changed over to a science-based society, they were very mystical-based, as a matter of fact.
Who are Time Lords?
Yes. Before they were Time Lords.
What's the name war was about? The Vampire War. What was I talking about? Now they mentioned that in one of the titles.
Yeah.
Did you remember
it was a war between science and magic, essentially.
Yeah.
Remember who used to rule the planet before Watchalong came to power? It was the Pythian Sisterhood, or
right. There's supposed to be some kind of like vampire-y thing there.
And they were the ones that cursed the Time Lords and made them sterile.
Right, but that's all gone now. You know that's in the McCoy Pocket universe, I think now.
No, but didn't they bring them back for the Night of the Doctor shot? Wasn't that Khan, Sisterhood of Khan?
Yeah,
that
but
made
that
them
was
regenerate.
different imagining
Yeah.
of, you know,
Okay.
What? So that they're not sterile?
yeah, now I don't know, but I think they jettisoned that.
That's why they went to
The
the
whole loom thing has been gone. You know, that's why they reproduce with looms. But I think that's gone now.
Yeah.
Never let. Okay, I
Yeah,
know.
was it? It's that's what well, firstly, time is children disagree, but who cares? But
But you saw the first person that the 12th Doctor saw in Hellbent when he arrived on Gallifrey was a child.
right.
And if they're supposed to be loomed as fully formed adults, that kind of nixes that whole idea.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that you're absolutely right.
Remember, he said in Day of the Doctor when they activated the moment, 2.47 billion children died all at once. So if they got kids, yeah, I don't think
Right. So
this holds
this must
up.
be a different version of Gallifrey. I think the whole McCoy Virgin like reality was put into a pocket universe during the BBC range.
I'm guessing that includes the long barrel book then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good book, though.
Great book.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's a sensational novel.
That's how you write Time Lord history without screwing shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Sort of.
Or you just don't touch it if you have no idea.
Right, you just don't touch it.
Or you make it like deliberately mysterious. I mean, again, what was really good about Deadly Assassin was it like matched everything that we've seen before. It didn't contradict anything, but it changed the tone massively. That's why I didn't have a problem with the War Doctor, because it didn't contradict anything. It added like a new layer to it for me.
Yeah,
right.
I get even back here.
Plus, it was born out of necessity. He didn't like aim to add a new Doctor. He was like, I don't have Chris.
Right.
That's what it was.
Well, you know,
we got the Doctor that we got, but they could have even sorted that out by even bringing back Paul McGann.
Yeah, I agree. They should have had
But I read that Stephen Moffat said I think he could have talked Chris into it, but he didn't really want to do that. Personally, I think now Big Finish did that War Doctor range. It was very good. By the way, Big Finish woke alert, 6 Doctors and Perry box set. This is the first one so far. Woke as hell. Oh my god!
Listen, you are all thinking that this Eccleston thing. And listen, the one thing that we will give Eccleston, he doesn't buy into all of this crap. But if he does it and it ends up being woke, well then it justifies everything. He's only back for the money as well.
This is my thing about this story. I said I went to look at when it was recorded, which was like October, November of 2018. So that means it was written around July, which is exactly through the Brett Kavanaugh thing. And you can see it, you can hear it so clearly that they're nonsense from that in the script, but they thought they were being stunning and brave. I don't know. The trouble is, this is going to go on for a while now.
Yeah,
we're in a bad scene.
Yeah, let's just hope that that all you guys are right that are excited for this Christopher Eccleston thing, that it isn't woke. But if early indications of what you're saying, Rabbi, if other stuff now is being invested, it's pretty hard to see this not being.
Well, I mean, the good thing about Big Finish is they do listen to feedback, and they do see sales, and their sales are going to hurt.
I will give them
like Stranded is going to the next box set Stranded. I think will lose about 20-30% of people.
I will give Big Finish props though for setting Colin up with that really nice blue frock, because it was so much better than that awfulness that he got on the show.
Right.
God. And something, that was supposed to be a joke that he had never intended for them to actually follow through on. And for some reason, someone who was designing costumes just, I don't know, maybe was smoking some weed and was like, hey, this
No,
is
they thought it would be. They're just doing what John Nathan Turner wanted. Trouble was there was nobody there to stop him. Right, he needs a script editor to balance him.
Hang on.
Well, what?
Did someone just mention weight when about the costume? Listen, myself and Rabbi do a bit of that. We wouldn't have designed a costume like that. Trust me. Someone on the influence of marijuana would not have come up with that costume for Joe.
Which costume are we talking about?
Whittaker's costume.
Colin.
Oh, God.
You'll
find something much more mellow.
Wolfenstorm. That was someone that was on acid.
No, I would say something much more. That's more crystal meth.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's like crystal meth to the point where you lost half your teeth. Like, do you ever see that show, the Tiger King?
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of those guys.
I can't imagine what must have been going through Colin's mind when the costume guy showed up with this thing. Was like, here's your costume.
I have to say, though, the big finish variant that they did, the blue one, was it?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's a lovely costume. I don't know why they didn't, that would have been the costume.
There you go.
But listen, we watched Colin Baker last week, didn't we? Yeah, that's beautiful. But his costume didn't bother me as much this time round. It's the trousers that throw the whole thing off, I think. Those yellow trousers.
Next time we watch Colin, we should watch Revelation of the Daleks, which is he has a cloak on the first episode, so you don't see anything.
Yeah. This is he's thinking whether he's gonna jump. He already jumped.
Right, yeah, they're at the bottom now. Yeah, here's the costume.
Or shouldn't I? When you question should you jump, it's like he is right though. It is a human impulse, to jump.
Yeah, I like it how
I got the costume you liked.
Yeah, I know, I see it. I'm gonna big screen you. Hold on.
Actually, I think it's I think it's the human impulse to run. For him, it's more of a
like
come on! I gotta see what's down there.
Hold on. How do big screen grab boy again?
It's a really great look into his mind and how he processes things and how it works.
Yeah, I don't know how to big screen you on your own, Rabbi, but I have seen it. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. They should have put him in a costume like that.
Oh, really what they should have done is say, listen, John Nathan Turner, if you want him to look like you, why don't we do a Hawaiian shirt? Why don't we just go whole hog, do a Hawaiian shirt, have that kind of look? Have we'll do like a normal costume, like a Edwardian costume, but with a big Hawaiian shirt. I bet he would have gone for that.
And Colin didn't just say, hell no.
No, just nobody. There was nobody there who could care, who would say no to John Nathan Turner, right? There's nobody there who would do that, and sometimes he would just have bad ideas. Like when he's with Andrew Cartmel, you get great stuff coming out there. You got to get the right collaborators.
See this? This is the tenseness and the fear that is lacking in what we have now. I can do running down.
So right.
I can do being trapped in a spaceship and running down corridors and stuff, as long as there's some tenseness behind it to back it up.
Yeah, was there any tension in Orphan 55 other than this is excruciating to the end?
Zero.
Oh, it's awful.
Or the Saranga conundrum.
Oh, yeah, they're just one is worse than the other.
Here it's like they can barely stop. They have to keep moving and moving. Otherwise, It's like, this is why I don't think that 42 was as bad as people make it out to be.
I quite like that. Chibnall's okay when he's got somebody to hold his leash.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with him, though, is that he needs someone to hold his hand. Yeah. And this is why I'm angry with the BBC, because clearly this would have been evident, and I don't know why they did. Listen, they could have kept. Listen, fair enough. You don't want to sack Chris Chibnall because you want to save yourself from embarrassment.
Not that. They like what he's doing. They think he's great.
Someone in to help him that actually has worked on the show under Moffat and RTD. But no, you decided to let him bring in his own team, and we have what we have now, which is a shame. And, you know, again, I'm going to be criticized. It's going to be like, because already, like, they put screenshots up because I spoke about Christopher Eccleston yesterday. They're little psychopaths. Can't say that. Problem being as well, getting a bit of stick on Twitter last night as well. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're being targeted, me and Problem being, by the way, just to let you know. There's a deliberate attempt to try and get the two of us off Twitter.
Yeah, but
some of the violence that's been crazy in the last 24 hours has been totally disgusting. You've all seen the stuff that I've been sent. They're not walking away. We've walked away and they're not walking away. And we've been told, we're getting told by people, well, just ignore them. It's all well and good for everybody saying ignore them, but you are the ones that are getting harassed 24/7. So,
I mean, surely if they're posting your screen grabs, and you can report them for that. Like, constantly harping on you. I mean, isn't that cyber stalking?
I don't think I can do that when it comes to stuff like that, actually, to be honest with you. But it's getting ridiculous. Like, I can't. They're basically saying I can't talk at Doctor Who anymore.
Yeah, they didn't do tweaks.
You know why? No, they're going after you because you're effective.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
And all I want to do is just, this is the part now with him in it.
Yeah, it's good.
Ignore the officer. Yeah. I'm probably a few seconds because I messed up. I did, guys. So I'm probably a few seconds behind or before he is. I don't know, but the Ood is about to kill him. Well, he's the opposite. Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson.
You sense the desperation in every inch of this.
Yeah, because if you think about how many minutes is it between deaths, it mustn't be that long because we had Scooty, now we've got him. We've had two of the soldiers just die like within 2 minutes of having the Oods come near them.
And the rest of the crew is dead too. They were killed like straight off. So what's here is all that's left.
That's why it's effective though. It's like even when you have a bit of breath space, it's like, oh, now this is happening, now this is happening, now this is happening.
Right.
And I quite like. So you go, Daniel.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I enjoyed his performance, but as well.
I was saying I quite like how after every death they do I don't know what you'd refer to it as, saying like their name and number. So it's like a nice little acknowledgement for each one.
Yeah, and the captain done it at the end of the episode, just before the end. Sting came in as well. He mentioned all the Oods that were deceased as well at the end.
This is a great little chase, I have to say. But have you guys seen that show on Netflix, Snowpiercer? It's kind of reminds me of that.
The emotional part about it really sticks with me because Crossflame, you know, he never wanted to be put in this position as captain. He only got there because the actual captain was killed. So he feels like he's failing them all, like he's not good enough to help them while they're stuck.
Well, I look the way the Doctor encourages him to keep, you know, and Rose, to keep pressing the buttons, keep doing what you're doing, you know, because, like, you know, this is what this creature, whether it's the devil or whatever it is, he wants to put that self-doubt in them.
Right.
You know, and that's, I love this. This is where he's going down into the pit now. This whole scene with him and Ida is brilliant. Actually,
I feel bad for the Ood actors. It must have been so hard for them to breathe in those masks. Jeez.
Yeah, and the poor Ood, every time they've been in it, they've been, you know, they've either died or they've been slayed. Well, they have been slayed, all of them, but you know, they've had a hard time, and they're not even a bad. a bad alien.
Yeah.
They're peaceful race.
They're peaceful, but they know how to wait. They'll get you, but they know how to wait.
When they brought them back, they should have had them being taken over by another evil alien. That's like like Chameleon, you know. The Mara. Could you? Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
The Mara. Although,
See, I liked having the origin though. I liked having the whole. This is like. I remember when I first watched it and the revelation of what the orbs actually are and what the humans have done to them. I can remember watching that as a kid and feeling like really like down and just like, God, we can be horrible as a species, can't we? It was like a proper put in the mirror up moment. I felt like even as a kid watching it.
But I mean, what they did to that guy at the very end when they gave him that drink and it turned him into an ood, it was like the perfect revenge. You know what I mean?
Oh right, yeah. Was it the who was that? The guy from Blackadder, Tim McKinley.
Yeah, I love the line. Is it that the doctor says something about patience? Like they've got something, it's patience. Like that's more deadly or something.
I love this part. Oh my god!
Right here, yeah. Because he doesn't know if he's going to live or not. He doesn't know how far down it is. He could easily die.
Yeah.
Well, regenerate, but.
Yeah, this is the most bonkers Tennant's Doctor's ever been.
Actually, I love him in Midnight. I think he's fantastic in Midnight. Actually, I think that's one of. I think this two-parter on Midnight are up there as his my favorite story is. I don't like when he plays the clown, and in this one he didn't play the clown. You know, he wasn't going around like cracking joke. This was a serious situation, and he took it seriously. And it's the same with Midnight. You know, at the start he's a bit, you know, he's getting to chat to everybody, and then when it all happens, he's real serious. Then, but that's the Doctor I like. It's the same as seeing him in the very first episode, Christmas Invasion. Those little bits, like he was going to be this Doctor that was going to take no nonsense, that was going to be, but he turned out then when season 2 was aired, he was a bit of a joke, and then the romance between him and Bleeding Rose, and this is what I like.
No, this is season 2, you know, it's a solid season.
Yeah.
Don't forget what he says here.
Yeah, I know. And just as he falls, there's Rose coming through.
It's a gorgeous shot as well, just him with all the black behind him. It's a really simple shot, but it's really good.
But when you're looking at it, it's like you really do. It's like it looks like it's a bottomless pit, and he's at the fall. That's him dead. I'm being honest with you. When I watched, he's dead. He's probably going to regenerate. They're probably going to do a mid-season regeneration. I really did think.
I believe that in the was it season 5 or 4? I mean,
Tell he wants to say it. He wants to say it, but I think he'd rather say it to her face than have someone else say it to her.
Well, you've got to think this is probably such a new development for him as well, that he's like, from what I can understand from Classic, there was never any romance, never any feelings.
Never.
If you think about for the Doctor, this must be like a real difficult thing just to get his head around, having emotion, like proper romantic feelings for a companion.
There wasn't romance, but I would say that there was some feelings, because when I finished watching the Green Monster, he was properly devastated when Joe.
Green Day. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, but it was more. It was a platonic thing, I think.
Yeah, but it was funny watching him when he first saw them together. It was like from the start of that story, you could tell he could sense that it was coming. You could just feel he just felt like it was coming. And then every time he saw her with Cliff, he was either trying to impress her to get her to forget about Cliff or trying to get her away from Cliff. Like, I just felt bad for him.
They very deliberately wrote Cliff as a young version of the Doctor.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect person for Katie Banning to leave for Joe.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the last Pertwee story, The Planet of the Spiders.
There's a lot of riding around in vehicles in that one. It's like 2-episode chase. It's a 2-episode long. I think it's an episode. It's just one. It's like they go from car to flying car to other craft. It was just giving a Pertwee excuse to play around with stuff. I like that when they get into the rocket, it's like a big traditional rocket-shaped rocket, which again kind of matches the technology in Time of the Angels by Matt Smith.
Yeah.
It's a more realistic vision of what their future is. You don't know the exact year, but I mean, you know that they're in the future, but not that far in the future.
So good old 2006 graphics.
Yeah.
I think the beast still looks pretty good.
No, I mean the display, not the actual ship. I like the ship.
No, I was saying the beast.
Yeah.
I think that still holds up.
That's a good shot. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It still holds up. I agree with Charlotte.
CG may be a bit dodgy at times, but what they did with the actual monster was awesome. They did a great job with that.
Yeah.
I can imagine as well if you're David, you're like, right, there's nothing there. Keep your eye line. There's a massive devil thing in front of you. Act. It's like
that's
that
just a
always impresses me.
to David's skill that he could do it that well.
Yeah, like if you think about this first series, he had a lot of CG. He had He had this. He had the werewolf. Like there's quite a lot of CG heavy monsters, and you never discounted that it was there through David's performance. He always acted like, yeah, that creature's real and it's in front of me.
Well, actually, I think he had to do that right from the jump. I was recently watching an old Comic-Con with him and Matt, and he was explaining that when he did the Children in Need Born Again special, right, his first appearance, that he and Billy were not filming at the same time. They filmed him first, and then he was alone, and then they filmed her. And they kind of smushed it together. So when they filmed him talking to her, it was actually a little X on the wall.
Wow.
So he was talking to nobody.
I didn't know that.
I like this technology. It's very like reminiscent of the siren technology. I remember Russell Day was saying how they finding the money for that for the monster, the Satan thing was real. They were going. They're trying to come up with all different type of things. They're going to do like a little girl.
And as a good designer, I like the design of the monster. It's a very impressive design.
Right.
Yeah, whoever did the exteriors on this is just fantastic.
Yeah.
See, I know that it's 2006, but they can still do some CGI that's decent.
Yeah, I was going to say this kind of goes toe to toe with that last Thor movie, which looks a lot like, you know.
Yeah.
But actually, in this, give more props to the actor who played Toby, because
Oh yeah.
there's so much more
Yeah.
you gotta do. It's easy to be the beast body, but it's not so easy to be the beast soul or his mind.
Right.
Yeah, because like as
Yeah,
soon as he
it's a
gets
very-
in, you go, Daniel.
It's a bit, yeah, it's a very sinister performance.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, as soon as he gets in the rocket, like it's like, oh, he's very good at being this sort of. He's still Toby, but there's an undercurrent
Right.
that Rose picks up on even before I think he starts doing the whole shooting fire from his mouth thing.
That's another thing about this episode, I think, that really changed her and how she views the world, because he would never wanted that for her to have to take a life, but she felt at that point that she had no choice. It was either shoot the window and kill him to get rid of him, or risk the beast spreading. It was
Yeah,
it was a decision for her that I think really changed her as a person.
And also, I think the warning, because like Billy played that really well when it was a while ago, but when the warning comes up, the valiant child will fall in battle. You can tell in her face she's petrified when that gets said.
So is he, even more so, I think, because he cannot lose her. Like, he just can't.
Yeah, and like I said, and like you were saying before, you can say this is a big thing with the partnership, because down there he's saying, I can't communicate with her, I can't tell her, but I'm going to trust in her. And I do like that moment with Ten, because he's saying, you think you've got me? No, you haven't. You don't know Rose. I trust Rose more than anything on the earth, basically.
yeah,
You're talking about someone whose only faith is in what he can tangibly see, science, where he has enough. He loves her so much that he has complete trust and complete faith in her.
Yeah, and I think if you took out the romance angle, it would work with just a normal Doctor companion. It's the writer tapping into this partnership, whether it's friendship or romance or whatever. It needs to rely on trust, and if you don't have that with a Doctor and companion, it's not going to work. Whatever level you want to play at, there has to be this foundation of a trust there, and that's what his faith is. You can argue, yeah, that's his sort of closest he'll get to believing in anything that isn't science.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we watched Cause of Fenric last night, and he makes this like side bubble, like to protect himself from the herbivores, right?
yeah,
And you don't do that by saying what you have faith in, by expressing your faith. What I think he was expressing his faith in, you can see him like lip reading. He was listing off his companions, which I really love that bit.
I mean, just think if you were to watch this scene where he has to make that choice whether or not to shatter the urns, knowing that it could cost him Rose. Imagine if you took him out of this scene and you replaced it with Jodie, and the person that was on the ship was either Ryan or Yaz. There was no way that it could have the same kind of emotion to it. There's no way.
You don't have to say emotion, because the music will be like boring, lo-fi.
Yeah, but there'd be nothing to build off. There'd be nothing to build off, would there? That's the thing.
Right.
yeah.
And it's like everybody said, the companion needs to be basically the viewer insert, they need to be the person that asks questions and sort of
Right.
reminds humanity. So they need to be, I think, I don't know what this is like in classic so much, but I think in New Who, I would argue your companion 50% of the time needs to be stronger than the Doctor in
I know
emotion and in what they can handle and what they can do.
that's why this is one of my favorite episodes of them as a team, because on one side you got him trusting her with his life, knowing that when he shatters those urns, that planet's immediately going to fall into the black hole, but he's trusting that she will figure a way out. And then on the other end, she is willing to die on that planet, and she is absolutely adamant she refuses to leave until he comes back up, even if she dies. And they have to knock her out just to get her
that's a really cool way that Rose just took out the bad guy.
Yeah.
And they got to knock her out just to get her on that rocket, because she will not leave. It just speaks to a level of trust and a level of a partnership between two people that I don't think has been equaled, not since Sarah Jane and Tom.
I disagree. Donna and the Doctor.
I was going to say Donna as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donna and the Doctor had a better dynamic for me.
And I think best Doctor companion finale was 10th Doctor's regeneration into 11th Doctor's regeneration. Who was it? Matt Smith's regeneration, where Karen Jenner showed up at the last minute.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Oh, that got me. I was in bits anyway because it was Matt going. But when he did the whole Raggedy Man, I was like, "Oh, Stephen, stop!"
Yeah, it was like, because that's where he started, that's where he finished. It was just beautiful. And his speech about how much he loved being the Doctor was so genuine. I just loved it.
I love that line. Sorry, Wolf, you go.
I'll admit, even though I didn't really connect with Matt very much when I watched that, I shed a little tear, because it was very sad to see, the last person he wanted to see was her, and especially when she first comes through as a child and then she walks in as a.
Oh, I see. I read it differently. I felt it was like he experienced like really peace at moving on at that point, because he knows because he thought he was kind of with her. Right, I think she was like ushering him into like the afterlife or whatever you want to look at it.
I love the line.
That's why I was a blubbering mess with 10, because I felt so hurt that he had to go through that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you think about it, he was the Doctor that basically was the big family Doctor with the amount of companions, and he was the one who was by himself. So it was quite cruel, I suppose you could argue, considering what his Doctor was known for.
I don't know. Like, I think he felt like kind of happy to sacrifice himself for Wilf. Like, he felt like,
he was happy for that.
The way to go, right? And he didn't have a choice, but I still feel like he's like, this is a really low key. This is not showy. This is not saving the universe. This is just one man doing something for another good man, right? I really think that I think he was happy that was the way he was going to regenerate. Until, like, the end, when he regenerated, he was like, I wish I hadn't had to do this.
Well, the only thing that gave me any peace with it was that he got to see her one last time.
Right.
She might not have known who he was yet, but at least he got to see her.
Right.
One last time.
I've got to say, out of that, as we sort of joked, the Lord of the Rings ending of saying goodbye to everybody, I think I'm the same, Wolf. I think him seeing Rose was my favourite out of the goodbye tour, as we refer to it as.
But it was so painful though, because he wanted. Oh my God, I know with every ounce of his being he wanted to be able to talk to her, but he couldn't, because it would have.
You know what? I think he was happy just to see her. I really do. I think it was just like, I liked him more, but this is really special, and I think he was appreciative of that.
Yeah.
I missed this console. I know you guys probably think the other console rooms are better, but I missed this.
No, it was a great one. This is one.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite.
And
Uh,
yeah, I mean, I
My
like
favorite
that.
Doctor Who happened in it, but my favorite console room is still McGann's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, Paul McGann's was epic. I enjoyed that console room.
See, I would love a future producer or somebody just to use that as a base. Just
Yeah.
use that as a base, please, and make a TARDIS like inspired by that one because that would be so nice, wouldn't it?
I mean, I don't have a problem with 12s and the post Amy
Right.
11 one. I just feel it's too
Oh,
sterile.
Love of Monsters. Sorry, I'm just watching the trailer.
Oh, Jesus
I mean, it's
Christ.
just too sterile. I like
My favorite episode next week, Love and Monsters. Woohoo! Can't wait.
Oh my
Like,
God,
do us a favor,
no.
guys. Just give us your ratings real quick, and stuff, and we'll leave it at that for tonight. Who wants to go first?
I was watching the trailer. I got sucked in by it.
Yeah.
I guess this gets a solid 8.
Hey,
Yeah.
are you on the group?
I mean, like, it doesn't really get much better.
Doesn't it?
no.
We're done. We're done. Our friendship is over.
I said an 8. That's a good score.
I'm only messing. All right, yeah. You really don't. This doesn't do anything for you, no?
No, I gave it. I put this on the same level as Seeds of Death.
Okay.
Which I like a lot. You know, I think it's about for me, it's the same level of enjoyment.
Scottish Davros.
A 10 out of 10, but great acting performances all round, and this is arguably David Tennant's best performance. He really gives a brilliant performance here.
Fantastic, Daniel. Geeky Union.
For me, it probably have to be 9.5. It is, but I've always preferred the build-up episodes rather than the resolution type episodes. And I felt that the beginning didn't exactly hit it off from where we ended off last episode. So yeah, 9.5.
Nice one. Wolf in the Storm.
Oh, that one's definitely a 10. Definitely a 10. The acting, the writing, set design, just everything about it was spot on. Everything about it spot on.
Fantastic. And Charlotte.
I'll give it a 9 because of the tenseness, and like I said, I really like the character stuff. But I'll knock one off just because of the sort of ending of the TARDIS just appears because it needed to. That's mainly why I'm knocking a point off.
Yeah, that scene actually did bug me a little bit, but for me, you all know it's a 10. I like this two-parter, so 10 for me. So I think Rabbi has a competition to do first.
You know what? It's a bit of a popular one, so I was going to let it run for another week.
Okay.
People are really into it, so I figured, okay. But I'm doing these things to suck people into subscribing to my channel. I'm about 30 subscribers away from 1,500. So if you haven't subbed yet, could you head over there, click that subscribe button? You'll feel all tingly and warm. I can't guarantee you that you will be magnetic to the opposite sex or whatever sex that you would like to be magnetic to. I can't guarantee you that from subscribing, but you might. You might. You know, people just say when they subscribe to my channel, they feel blessed in some way or another. So he was blessed. Is blessed. That's all I will say. He blessed.
Fantastic. And don't forget to subscribe to his channel. He's a laugh. And I do know he's guesting on someone's channel as well because it was mentioned when I was on their channel. So I don't know if you've read the message, but I think you've been invited onto someone's channel.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going on Wednesday. What's this big day? Oh, we got a huge one on Video Vault. We got a big panel.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got about 8 people, I think.
Nice. Right, Scott or Stavros, go ahead.
Right, to shout out my channel. Right,
Yeah,
we're
finishing up now.
Right, well, I've got a couple of big finish reviews coming up. Obviously, the out of time video with Tom Baker and David Tennant, as well as some other big finish reviews, and at the tail end of September, I'm hoping to have Bill on for the Sarah Jane Adventures and discussion, and like I hope to get Charlotte on it as well to talk about some like Finnish audios and some of our favourite Peru episodes as well. So subscribe if you haven't.
Fantastic. Geek Union.
Well, I've got one stream coming up with Mega Geek next Friday, which I'm really looking forward to. We're talking about filmmaking and everything that goes into making a film. So go and check that out if you want to. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to all the people that are on the panel right now. And yeah, that is pretty much it from me.
Thanks very much. And Wolf in the Storm?
You guys know where I am on YouTube, Wolf and Storm 7, the Wolf and the Storm. You guys know where I am on Twitter, Wolf and Storm 78. I'm always here on Sundays to do the watch-alongs. I really do want to do also the Saturday watch-alongs as well, now that I'm getting into the classic. I'm also, if Big Finish is ever going to freaking release the thing, I'm going to do a review for Out of Time because I have that in my purchases. If they will ever release it, it's supposed to be this month.
It's going to be the next 2 weeks. It's coming.
So I will be doing.
Daniel will have a fit if it doesn't come in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. They're going to wait till the last day of the month, is my guess. They're going to put it up and wait till the last day of the month. They've released everything else now for the month.
So I will definitely be doing a review of that. You guys know I always am skimming the articles for Doctor Who stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to be on as much during the week because I got to let my kid use the laptop since school's starting tomorrow. So, yeah. But I'm always around. You'll always see me.
Fantastic. And we'll get you on for a classics one soon. That's not sorry, I'm swallowing a fry there. I nearly choked on it.
A chip?
A chip or a fry?
Well, it's a chip, but the Americans call it fries.
No, I call it chips.
Well, she calls it chips now. But
I called it chips before.
Did you? Okay, sorry. There you go. Chips, whatever. Yeah.
Chips are generally a bit thinner than French fries are generally thinner than chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chips, we have the salt and vinegar.
We have the big chunky ones.
Exactly. Yeah, but with salt and vinegar, Savoy, that's the way to die. Just maybe worth
salt and vinegar. Yeah, that's disgusting.
It's the best.
I love salt and vinegar.
I'm the only Irish man that doesn't like salt and vinegar on their chips.
You clearly don't.
How can you eat it without?
My God, how can you not?
Salt and vinegar and a nice Guinness.
Vinegar on my
It's
chips.
because he doesn't enjoy happiness.
What?
Oh.
Tell you what, in my family, you wouldn't get on with us Northerners. We'd kick you out, mate, if you didn't.
Yeah, I like
salt and vinegar.
Yeah, same.
Salt and vinegar and the lingering taste of newsprint.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's been quite a few years since that.
The chippy at the end of my road, they used to do mushy peas that were battered and fried.
Yeah,
they were good.
I don't get mushy peas.
Yeah, mushy peas. Yeah, they do. It's not a big thing in Ireland, but they do them. But it's bigger in England.
Pickled onions. I love me a pickled onion.
Not a
Hashtag
chip I know. I'd eat a jar of them from the supermarket, but not out of a chippy.
Oh, they're the best out of chippy. When they got that look, they've been festering for 6 months.
That's
And
what
you
I
know,
mean.
you don't know if you eat it's going to give you superpowers. Because it's like been marinating in brine and God knows what.
Fantastic.
You're not allowed to eat
I'm not allowed to eat what?
pickle onion.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not allowed to eat pickled onion because they can kill Jared. Charlotte, I think we forgot you to ask you to plug. So you can go ahead. Whoever you want to plug yourself, your social media, and if you want to plug the channel, go ahead.
Well, to keep saying I'm not on Twitter, but you'll see me on Daniel's at some point when we'll natter on about Big Finish and when Noel will happily let me come on here.
That's it. Right, folks, I think we're done. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm rushing off a little bit, but I did have a bit of a late one, and I think everybody, including Rabbi, will be glad to be gone.
Oh, I'm always glad.
Bit of rest. So
I'll go back to my boobies. I'll be happy.
Oh, that's it.
I return to that which
without being, one time or another, you're going to hear when Rabbi is on something about Nicola or boobies or.
Is there any? I don't know how you divide between the two things.
Say what? If you haven't got a restraining order by the end of the year, Rabbi, something's wrong.
I'm not right hard enough. So you have to be right. And listen, you gotta show people you're interested.
Yes, he's harmless anyway. Rabbi wouldn't hurt the fly.
Depends what the fly's wearing. I'm talking a bitch.
I have to say good night. Everybody on the panel. Don't forget to like,
the channel.
Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe to everybody on the panel. Thank you, everybody in the chat and all my moderators. Enjoy the last few hours of your weekend, and I'll leave you with this bad boy here, by our nice little mod and guest on our panel, Lee. So this is his trailer. Enjoy.